At the beginning of Kedoshim, the second pasuk, the Torah tells us, "Daber el kol adas b'nei Yisrael." You should speak to the complete congregation of Bnei Yisrael. V'amart aleim kedoshim tiyu, and you should tell them kedoshim tiyu. They must be holy. They must live lives of sanctity. Ki kodesh ani Hashem Elokeichem. So Rashi over here cites the Chazal. Malamid shenemer parshas b'Hakel. This parsha was said in the presence of all Jews. Others, only men are addressed, women and children not addressed. But the parsha of Kedoshim Tiyu, this was presented before all the Jews. The Hakel, all the Jews were assembled. Now the question is why? What is so special with Kedoshim Tiyu? So Rashi cites the Torah's Kohanim, which is the Chazal. Nesharov Gufi Torah Tuliyimba, because the vast majority of the fundamentals of Torah are dependent on this principle of Kedoshim Tiyu. Meaning, to be able to succeed in the spiritual arena, you have to have the characteristic or the posture of Kedusha. That's the reason why it's so fundamental. Therefore, it had to be said in the presence of all Jews. Because if not, some Jews would say, it's for you, it's not for me. It's for the what we call the Chidei Skula. It's for the few and only the special, they have relevance to Kedusha. We have no relevance to Kedusha. So it was said in the presence of all Jews that every Jew, within his potential, he has relevance to Kedusha. That's Kedoshim Tiyu. This is how the Orach Chaim HaKadosh learns. And therefore he says, what the Rambam says in Hilchos Tshuva, that every Jew could be as great as Moshe Rabbeinu, meaning within each person's capacity, his potential, you have that. And how do we know that? Because the mitzvah of Kedoshim Tiyu, which is a positive commandment, was said in presence of every Jew, meaning every Jew has relevance to Kedusha. Of course, the variations of Kedusha, but factually each of us could attain that level of Kedusha with whatever is within our own capacity. Therefore, this was said. But why is Rov Gufi Torah Tuliyimba? To succeed in Torah, to succeed in mitzvahs, what is it dependent upon? Everything within regarding our spiritual capacity, it's all based on Siyata Dishmaya. You have divine assistance, you succeed. You don't have divine assistance, you can't succeed. The Gemara Kedusha and the Gemara Sukkah cites a pasuk in Tehillim where David says that if not for Hashem assisting us, there's no way that we could actually survive the machinations of the Yetzer Hara, of our evil inclination. He is able to outwit us in a way not to be believed. So that we're able to have the clarity to take control of our lives, it's only because Hashem intervenes and gives us the Siyata Dishmaya. It says, if not for Hashem, there's no way to contend with this opponent. That's how fierce and formidable this opponent is. Therefore, you need Siyata, but what's Siyata Dishmaya dependent on? It's dependent on what level of Kedusha. Kedoshim Tiyu. If a person strives to have Kedusha, which is Ki Kodesh Ani Hashem Elokeichem, which is reflecting Hashem's profile, which is removed from the physical, that's what you're striving for, then one merits the Siyata Dishmaya. This is why Rov Gufi Torah Tuliyimba, the majority of the laws of the Torah are dependent upon Kedusha, because if you have that profile, then you merit the Siyata Dishmaya to succeed in every aspect of our lives which relate to our spiritual growth. That's the reason why Rov Gufi Torah Tuliyimba. I'd mentioned once that we find that the Bais Rishon was destroyed because of the Gimel Averos, because the Jews, they violated the three cardinal sins. The three cardinal sins. But yet, the Gemara cites a pasuk in Eicha, Ki Torase Yozovu. It's because we abandoned the Torah. The Gemara says in two locations, in what way do we abandon the Torah? So we mentioned Lo Bircha B'Torah Tchila. The study of Torah wasn't predicated on Birchas HaTorah. And therefore, that's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu allowed the Beis Hamikdash to be destroyed, and we were driven into exile. So it seems to be contradictory. The Gemara in one location says the Bayis Rishon, the first Beis Hamikdash, was destroyed because of the 3 cardinal sins. And these 2 other locations cites the pasuk in Eicha that Yirmiyah Hanavi says, Jeremiah says, Al Ozmas Torosi, because they abandoned the Torah. So how do we reconcile it? And I had mentioned the name of the Rabbeinu Yonah, which is cited by the Ran in the Dorim. Why? Because not saying the Birchas Torah indicates that the Torah was not studied Lilman Amnas Lasos. It wasn't as a prerequisite for the fulfillment of the Torah, but rather was for the main emphasis was on the intellectualism of the Torah. Therefore, that's considered they abandoned the Torah. They did not value the Torah for what its value was. It's Lilman Amnas Lasos. Study to know exactly how to perform to serve Hashem properly. So how do we reconcile the 2 statements? So what I had quoted a Maral, the Maral explains why is Torah referred to as Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu says, Torah tziv lo Moshe, Barushar Kilas Yaakov. Torah comes from the word of its Moreh Derech. It guides us, it shows us the way to live our lives. So therefore, when the Gemara says, Barasi Yitzah Barasi Torah Tavlin, I've created the Torah as its antidote. It's only an antidote if it's Torah. If it's not Torah, if it's not Amnas Lasos, it's not Torah. So you only merit the Siyata Dishmaya if the process of Torah is for the sake of understanding how to serve Hashem in a greater capacity. But if it's only as a result of the intellectualism, that's the main emphasis. It's not to be the greater servant of Hashem, but rather it's to expand your intellectual horizons of what it is. It's not Torah. That's called Chochmah. That's Chochmah. Barasi, it doesn't say Barasi Chochmah, Barasi Yitzhara, Barasi Lo Chochmah. Barasi Yitzhara, Barasi Lo Torah Tavlin. If it's Torah, then it's the Tavlin. Only then is it the antidote, because only then does one merit the Siyata Dishmaya to be able to contend with the Yitzhara.